Yo, what's going down, Commanders? Hope everyone's doing fine today. I'm just making a video as kind of an apologise. I'm Kixeye's or War Commander's biggest critic, and I'm the first one to voice an opinion saying that this is shit, that shit, this event's boring, that event's crap. But I'm gonna say this here and now, and this isn't me trying to butter up or suck Kixeye's balls or anything. I think after the dust has settled and everything's gone and everyone's looking at where to go, what to upgrade, I think Kixeye have done an absolute superb job with CC19. It took me a few days probably to get used to it, and I probably said a few things. As I say, I'm very quick to jump the gun rather than see what happens and see how it plays out. But I think the CC19, the improvements to your strength for your buildings and everything else, the Tactical Ops Centre, the upgrades to that and the boost we can buy to nullify some of them buffs that Kixeye have put to the buildings and the turrets and things, or not the turrets but the platforms. I think they've done a pretty good job. If you look back to last year's CC update and some of the crap they come out with then, and it was a massive clusterfuck of not really knowing where to go, what to do. This time around it's pretty much straightforward. You know what building you can do after CC. If you want to be able to do PvP, you're going to go to the Tactical Ops. If you want to be able to defend your base better, you're going to go to the Defense Lab. It's a straightforward, this is where you want to be, this is how you want to do it sort of thing. And I'm enjoying it. I've been doing a bit of PvP over the last, I want to say 2 days, but it might be closer to 2.5, 3 days. And yes, the bases are harder. The Spartans have made it a little bit easier. But it's one of them things where I'm not just fucking half giving a 50% bubble for me Maverick and fighters. I'm now having to think about, instead of bringing one toon, I always bring 5 toons once again, even if I don't need them. Does that make sense? Obviously, you've also got to look at the people that do spend massive amounts of coin in the game, and they should have a power level slightly higher than everyone else that don't coin. As you can see, I didn't coin my CC, it's still updating. They should have a stronger power level than the people that didn't coin. They should be a little bit stronger. I think it will level itself out with time. But I just want to put this out here, and before everyone says I'm cocksucking, if Kixeye do anything wrong, I'm going to be the first one that jumps on their back. But for this, I think they did right. I think they really did, and it's impressive that it all worked without many down. I don't even think they did one other downtime after the CC. So it was the CC update, and it was working pretty much perfectly. I'm not going to say it's flawless, but it was close to. Another thing that we've sort of skipped over and not really given Kixeye praise for is reopening the jumps for the normal standard, like the mini event sort of things. Obviously, the main event still closed sector, which gives everyone a chance to get the units without being harassed too much. But the jumps being open, we're not spending under half. It's almost a third of the month we could jump. The rest of the other 2/3 we couldn't jump, and that's opened the game back up. That's brought PvP back into play. I think they've been fair with the boosts in the Tactical Ops Centre from the pictures that I've been sent. 2 of them are coin based, which is, I think they're 10 coin a pop, so they're 20 coin for the 2 for 6 hours. And the rest, the other 4, I believe it's 4 more, from the Tactical Ops Centre is Rezo, Thorium, and the Advanced Materials. As I keep saying, I keep repeating myself with this, guys. I can't state enough how important that Tactical Ops Centre is if you want to play PvP, if you want to compete with some of the top players in the game in PvP. You need to get this Tactical Ops Centre needs to go to max. And I'm happier playing today than I was the end of last week, Thursday, Friday, and probably through into Saturday. Once I got an understanding of what changes have been made, and I got to grips with the reasons why in my head, I just think Kixeye have knocked it out of the park. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. And I know you guys are going to be saying I'm a fucking Kixeye blower or whatever. It's not the truth. You know this. I'm the first one to jump on Kixeye's back when I still think the events are boring. That sector breach was mind numbing. I wish they would introduce different things into it and not necessarily change the event, but improve on the event. That would be a a start. And this, it's going to be the same for skirmish if we get one this week. I believe we should be getting one on Friday. That's going to be mind-numbing. It's going to be easier than the previous skirmish because we're now moving into the infantry version of it, so we could get to use some good units for a change. The last 3 months of skirmish sucked. So skirmish will be a little bit easier as long as you've collected the heroes and you've got some bunch of levels on your standard units, the infantry units. I think you're going to be able to push through and do skirmish. Other than that, guys, I really haven't got much more I want to say. I can dribble on about a lot of things, and there is a few complaints about a few things. I've noticed a lot more DCs just lately, but maybe that's Kixeye. Just need to iron out the kinks with this new. It's been quite a big update. A lot of changes in the way the mechanics of the game, where the boosts are being introduced. So that's probably why there's a few bugs to iron out. But I think they're on the right path, and I will apologise for some of the things I said towards them, aimed them towards them when it was just it was the initial shock of how tough it was going to be, and then I realised, and then I was thinking to the future, Sector Breach was going to suck because of how strong, but it turned out it wasn't as bad as I first thought. It wasn't nowhere near as bad as I first thought. I think they've brought the tactical gameplay or the strategy back into the game by a long way. I really do. That's something I truly believe in, and I've been asking for that for a while now. Bring some sort of tactical gameplay back into the game. PvP's been brought back in. Maybe not for the lower accounts that would just fucking fight a company in bases. Yeah, they're going to have a harder time. But they should have been able to get the Spartans. That does help with PvP. You've got a mix of Spartans and a mix of war horses and the Sleipnir and all that. You've got a good chance of killing most bases. Some of the top tier bases I can't kill. I've actually got a few on video. I'm a little bit embarrassed to post them because how badly I failed. But shit happens, and it's a learning process again. I've got me thinking. I'm happy playing the game because I'm constantly thinking, what if I try this? What, like you see with the video this morning? What if I pick off the tactical bastion, tactical backup bastion, to stop the spawning units? That's my first thought, was processing that, trying to come up with a way to kill that. If it wasn't for the tactical bastion, it would have been for the missile jammer, or it would have been for the go-go bar, or something like that. I'm constantly thinking, and I like that style of play where it kicks on making me think before I hit someone. I'm having to advance scout bases, whereas before I wasn't even fucking looking at the base. I knew 2 tunes and my air was going to flat it, basically. It was just one of them things. I'm enjoying myself more and more, Commander, than I have in the last year. This last 2 or 3 days after the dust settled, as I said, probably Sunday, I started to enjoy myself. And it's a good feeling. It's brought it back to that fucking level playing field where, yes, there is going to be tough bases out there, but you can get to that point of having a tough base. You either have to coin it or spend the time upgrading it, like I am with the time. I think it's fun, guys. I really do, and I couldn't give a fuck if I'm being called a Kixeye blower or a cocksucker or whatever. It is what it is. I'm enjoying myself, and that's all that matters. And if you guys can see past the charade that probably my fault as well, and everyone else's fault with the initial, this is fucking horrible, this is disgusting. Once we got to grips with it, which took literally 3-4 days, maybe 3 days for most of us, it's plain sailing. There's not many bases I have fouled on. Yes, it's cost me a little bit in repairs, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm not going to fucking drivel on anymore. I hope you guys are having fun in the game. I do believe that Kixeye done something great for a change. And I believe going forward, we're all going to learn this bit by bit, that what they've implemented is kind of fair across the board. It's not one-sided. Yes, it's, if you want to coin, you're entitled to coin. It's your money. As I say, I don't coin me buildings. I don't coin me upgrades for units. I play. The only time I coin is for PvP, or if I'm making a video. If I mess up making a video, that can cost me more coins than probably PvP does right now. So yeah. It is what it is, but it's one of them things that it's not. Kixeye, I'm not going to go back on it anymore. I'm not going to dribble on anymore. I'll keep saying that to you guys. I will catch you later. Hopefully you're having fun in the game. Honestly, guys, start hitting PvP. Start learning your units and how these Spartans work, and you'll get to grips with the basics of the game again. It feels like it's gone back to the core. It's not just a wipe over of every single base. You've got to look at bases and think, where can I pick off? What's the weak spot? What's the strong part of the base? Where do I want to avoid coming in from? Can I use my fighters to pick off this building, that building, X, Y, Z? It's great. And they've brought missiles back into the game, especially the Maverick, because of what you can put in your academy with the Spartans. You know, you drop a Maverick on that, you can kill that building without them popping out. Great. Other than that, guys, stay safe. Hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you probably tomorrow for the live stream. I'll probably have a video out before then, but hopefully we'll see you for tomorrow for the little... is it tomorrow? I think there might be a downtime tomorrow. If not, it'll be Friday, I would have thought. Other than that, guys, stay safe. Keep it classy. Bye-bye.